Welcome to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm John. We're a couple of overweight barbecue enthusiasts trying to share our love for sweet and smoky food with the world.
Thanks for hanging out with us as we talk about life, share recipes, successes, and failures that have all led to our love of cooking outdoors. Welcome, everybody, to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. I'm Mike, here with John.
What up?
What up, John?
What up? Are you ready to hear that just like all day, every day, chanting through the halls of the high school?
That is not bussin'. School starts, I guess the day this will air is the first day of school for us.
Yep.
It's just super
I don't even know what
depressing.
I don't even know what the hip thing is.
It changes
Riz?
every year. I'll figure it out. Yeah, Riz is a thing.
I don't know what Riz is.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I understand it either. To Riz someone up is like to, like, it's kind of like game. That's what I understand. You know how we used to say, like, he got game or I have no game or whatever?
Oh.
I think Riz is similar, but used differently.
I was going to say, I heard dripping with Riz the other day, and I was like,
Oh, yeah. There's a lot to unpack there in that sentence.
I know. I need to call my nephews. Like the old man.
Yeah.
You please tell me.
Oh, man. I was telling Whitney, I've been throughout most of my career. This is my 11th year teaching. And I feel like I've transitioned from like the young, cool, funny teacher to just the old, cranky, like grumpy dude.
Get off my grass.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, no, don't talk while I'm talking. You know. But, you know, I've seen things. So. What's been going on, John?
Oh, dude, just the last couple, like, trying to pack as much summer
Yeah.
into the days that we have. We, every year, Haley and the boys make a summer bucket list.
Oh, nice.
And this last weekend, we went camping. We just went to the state park down the road here, which
Yeah.
I've always been anti because it's small and crowded. And
Right.
honestly, it was kind of awesome.
Heard really good things. We went once. It's like a mile from my parents' house. So we went once when I was a scout and stayed there in the winter and went ice fishing. But I've never been in the summer.
Yeah. We went, so, like, in a matter of, like, 20 hours, we went camping, went kayaking, went fishing, you know, slept in the trailer, cooked hot dogs, like, s'mores, like, just packed it all in.
That's awesome. And close to home. You know, gotta...
Yeah, it was awesome.
I'm kind of all about that. Like, some people are like, what a waste. And I'm like, yeah, I'd rather if I need something, just run.
Well, and I mean, here's the thing. Like, when we bought our camper, like, one of the things I loved about camping was getting away from everybody.
Yeah.
And then COVID hit, and everybody bought a camper.
Yeah.
So, like, the free public lands are every bit as crowded as the campgrounds are. So I might as well go to the campground and, like, have some modern amenities. And,
Hookups and, yeah, for sure.
We didn't have any hookups, but, like, still just be able to back in and, like, not have to dig holes to level your tires. And
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty sweet.
Right on, man. Right on. Okay, man. Who we shouting out today?
One that I found while I was scrolling around is, and of course, Instagram's going to reload on me. It's the Barbecue Tourist.
Ryan Cooper.
Yeah.
Omaha, Nebraska.
He is a food, travel, and backyard cooker.
That's awesome.
He is also the co-founder of the Smoke Sheet, which is it's a news and media website all about barbecue news, which I just found out about in the last 5 minutes. That looks pretty cool. But
I'm into that.
Yeah, but his page, and what really pulled me in is he's got a sweet reel of some beef ribs. And I'm a huge beef rib fan now.
I've heard that.
So.
And I made the comment to John, man, we got to work on our camera game because these guys, Like, the pictures, the last few shout-outs that we've done, it's just like, holy cow. Like, that is incredible.
Yeah, their camera work is unreal.
Like, you can almost smell it just by looking at it because the pictures are so clear and stuff. It's very cool. Dude, those beef ribs. Holy cow.
Right?
Big. Check him out, you guys. Barbecue Tourist on Instagram. He has some amazing looking food on there.
Yeah, I'm like just clicking through stuff. Like, yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
So, shout out to our man Ryan, the barbecue tourist.
Yeah.
So,
thanks for keeping the spark alive, Ryan.
Yeah. And I am sorry. I'm still. I did this like over the winter when I got sick. Like I just had this like stupid little dry cough. I feel fine other than
occasionally you cough.
When I try and talk a lot or breathe.
Good. Luckily, you're about to do a podcast, so
I know. So you're gonna have to carry the weight tonight, Mike.
That's fine. I've carried weight my whole life, so I'm ready for this.
We have trained long and we have trained hard.
This is our Armageddon.
This is why we don't diet people for this very
for
moment.
this reason. No, John, you asked some questions on Instagram.
I did. We were
kind of a short, like not a ton of notice for people, but we did get one that we wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah, our buddy Demeron reached out, and so just like context, we threw it out on Instagram, like, "Hey, we're recording tonight. Ask us a question."
Mm-hmm.
And one of them that we got was, "What makes a bigger difference in flavoring, pellets or rub?" So since he's asking about pellets, Biz, I might change my answer a little bit. If it was like a stick burner.
Yeah.
I think
like type of wood versus pellets, or like different types of wood versus types of wood.
Yeah. So to answer his question, pellets or rub, what influences flavor more? Rub. 100%.
It's got to be rub. Yeah.
100% rub.
For sure.
I mean, I sell pellets and I burn all sorts of different ones all the time. And unless you're doing like comparing hickory and apple, I don't know. 9 out of 10 people could tell you what type of flavor you get from any given pellet.
Yeah, it's just yummy and smoky.
Yeah, it definitely adds a smoke flavor. It adds the wood fired flavor, but it's not adding like a particular wood flavor that I think most people notice. Now you get into white meat or into fish, and
yeah, that's fair.
Those more delicate meats carry it better, but it's not like running hickory versus running cherry on a in the drum or on Betty.
A stick burner, yeah.
Not Betty. I always call her Betty. Rosie.
I mean, I'm fine if we call her Betty. I like that name, but
you already have one named Betty.
Yeah, but Betty is kind of out of commission. She got rained on, and I haven't used her because somebody stole my fire basket and never gave it back. So
yeah, my bad.
It's fine. No, I'm just kidding.
My bad.
I honestly haven't used her for a while, but yeah, no, I agree. I think hands down, rub has way more effect on flavor.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are different meats go better with different like wood profiles and stuff, but I think it's just more of like a subtle undertone, whereas the rub is,
in your face.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Kind of just in your face. Bam.
Yeah, it's definitely it is the highlight.
Yeah.
So there you go, Demeron. So
maybe we'll keep this going when we're about to record. We'll ask a question, and so please feel free to check Instagram. I mean, if we don't get any, we just won't mention it because it's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Comment.
Yeah. Please. So we don't have to cry ourselves to sleep at night. Yeah. I think that'll be good.
Yeah. Although it's funny, Haley got caught up on the podcast over the last couple of days. So all of the flack I've been giving her on air. She caught all in like the matter of about 24 hours, and it
all kind of.
Let's just say it's It's a good thing that I had some points in the bank.
Nice.
So, love you, sweetheart.
Yeah. Whitney also got cut up.
Did she really?
Yeah. So after I mentioned that she had no flaws, she had to listen and be like, what's context here? So
I don't know. I guess you'll have to listen to find
just
out.
listen and comment, like and subscribe.
Nice.
So today, football season is upon us, John.
How excited are you?
I love summer because I'm not in school and stuff. Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest, fall trumps it. Like, I'm back at work. It's kind of like, oh, man. But football season, fall weather, like, I'm no longer sweating my tuchus off outside. Like, I am just...
Hoodie season.
Yeah. I love fall. I've always loved fall.
I know. It's been, like, rainy and, like, kind of breezy today.
It's been so glorious.
Got my quarter zip on.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to quarter zips and hoodies for the foreseeable future.
I love fall weather. It is my favorite.
That cold, crisp air in the morning.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Smoke, like, lingers a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm. The mosquitoes are starting to go away.
Oh, man. They've been brutal.
Oh, dude. My kids looked like... Who's that guy on the Goonies? Not Chunk, but Sloth.
Yeah, Sloth.
Poor
Hallie.
Rhett and Hallie both got it on the face and just looked like Sloth from the Goonies. Like, apparently they just have bad reactions to mosquito bites. We're a little concerned, but check my wife's Instagram if you want to see pictures. It got pretty wild there for a minute, but
yeah, between Hallie's like swollen eye and Clay's
I saw that
Clay's giant lip from getting stung by the wasps.
Oh shoot, in the lip, man.
Yeah, dude, he like.
That sucks. Lips are sensitive.
Well, so he got stung on the chin, and then he got stung at least once, like, inside his lip. And I think he got stung again on the lip. I couldn't quite tell. But...
What was he doing? Trying to lick the nest?
Dude, I don't know what happened. Because I had moved the trampoline. I was mowing the grass, and we've got a zero-turn mower that he likes to sit on. Mm-hmm. He sits by my feet, and I drive. And we had jumped off and we had moved the trampoline and he was still just kind of standing by the trampoline. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know this obviously at the time, but one of the plugs on the bottom of the pole that holds the net up had fallen out and a nest had grown up.
Oh, shoot.
So he was just standing there and then all of a sudden he goes, "Oh, ow, ow, ow." And, like, I look up, and literally there's just, like, a swarm of...
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. So, yeah.
That's so sad.
Yeah, and I didn't think, like, anything of it. I ran up, like, "Oh, sorry, buddy. Like, go see Mom. You can put some ice on it." And I finished a little bit of mowing that I had, and then we keep the mower at my dad's place around the corner. Mm-hmm. So I took the mower over there, and I was just going to, like, walk home. And I get this phone call from Haley. She's like, "Did you see my text?" I was like, "No, what?" And she's like, "His face is huge." I was like, hey, Mom, can you drive me home, please?
Oh, shoot.
So, he slept like a champ, though, after the Benadryl.
Yeah. That is one perk to all of the Quasimodo lookingness of our kids. We gave them a little Benadryl and they...
Yeah.
Outski.
Yeah, I called my aunt, who's a family nurse practitioner. And she was like, "Yep, you're going to give him this much. And if you don't see a difference in like an hour, hour and a half, you're going to give him this much more." And he was like,
"I feel great."
Wobbling around. So,
oh, good.
Yeah.
But with fall in the air.
Sorry.
No, it's all
back to the conversation here.
Fall in the air, we thought we'd talk a little bit about party foods. Appetizers, finger foods. We've kind of talked, when we did Super Bowl, we talked about stuff like that, but I'm thinking more along the lines of grab and go type of stuff for a lot of people, you know, not so much a brisket where everybody loads their plate up, but something that you can just... Anyway. I have a list.
I have a couple of things that come immediately to mind.
Go for it.
Smoked cream cheese.
Yes.
On its own, as a dip, And as an ingredient,
Mm.
I think smoked cream cheese can go in everything.
Yeah.
And like I'm thinking everything from like literally just eating it by itself. Like we pour, jam and jelly, or do it with a sweet rub and chocolate. Like there's a whole myriad of things you can just do with smoked cream cheese. But in poppers, in shotgun shells, and like anything that you're going to use cream cheese, smoke it first.
Yeah.
And it really carries the flavor.
And we've talked about this a lot, but it's so easy. Like, there's basically zero prep to it. Like, you throw the cream cheese out, sprinkle it, and throw it on the smoker.
Yeah.
Like, easy.
Hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. We had a root beer float thing here on the street for back to school.
Mm-hmm.
Last night, Katie Johnson cornered me. She's like, I haven't tried the cream cheese yet. I was like, I think you need to buy a smoker.
Yeah.
And Sean goes, no, we just need a smoker. As he looks at me like, that's you.
Make it happen, Captain. That's awesome. Yeah, and you mentioned poppers. That's probably my
I'm a big popper
go-to
fan.
immediately. I love poppers. And I mean, you can do all kinds of things with them, but you just wrap them in bacon. Yeah. So good. Here's my question. Where are you at on your kebab game?
I've done them. Mm-hmm. Haley likes them. Haley's actually like the one who's really big on the kebabs.
Mm-hmm.
Meh.
I guess you're not a huge vegetable guy, huh?
I like peppers, and I like some like zucchini here and there, some summer squash I can get on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just, I don't know. I'm a process eater. Like, I eat all of my potatoes and all of my vegetable.
Oh, like one thing at a time? Okay. That's how my brother is too.
Yeah, like I'm not, like, don't get me wrong, like, I don't care if my food touches. Like, I don't have a divided plate or anything like that, but.
Mm-hmm. But you don't like the.
I'm not a big mix it up kind of guy.
Okay. I want to improve my kebab game because I enjoy a good kebab.
Nice.
The problem is when I've tried to do it in the past, my vegetables like burn to a crisp. My meat barely gets done,
Yeah. Haley's just started doing them on separate kebabs.
Vegetables,
you've got
meat.
Vegetables and you've got meat.
Oh, see, I wondered about that, and then
like it's not visually like that, like pretty meat, like dark and bright and dark and bright, but
it kind of makes more sense to me because I don't know how else you would do it besides preheating the vegetables. I don't know, like
I don't know. I don't know how you do it either.
Okay,
but how about wings though? I'm a big fan of smoked wings.
I have never smoked wings. I've done them on the Vortex on the Weber, which I guess is kind of smoked.
Yeah. And
I've done them in the oven, but I've never actually smoked them.
Yeah, I've definitely done them hot and fast, and like that's super easy. Mm-hmm. But I've also smoked them for like an hour, 2 hours, and then turned them up hot to get them crispy.
Do you like the smoke better than just normal? Like, do you notice a difference?
I do over fried wings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're less greasy.
No, that makes sense.
It's a little different texture on the skin. Like it's not as crispy as a deep fried wing, but I also feel like you deep fry wings and a lot of times you end up overcooked.
Yeah.
So you've got more control that way. But yeah, I really like the flavor of them. There was it's actually a place in Canada that one of my customers, there's this little barbecue place down the street from one of their offices, and when they found out I was big into barbecue, they were like, oh, we got to go here. And I was like, look, guys, you can have your maple syrup and do whatever you want, but please don't insult barbecue by cooking it in Canada. And it was really good.
Really?
And they did smoked wings, and man, they're so much better. So much better.
See, like I say, I've done them on the Vortex, and it was good, but I'd have tried just throwing them on the smoker and seeing how it goes.
Yeah, and I almost exclusively do frozen wings.
Oh,
just
really?
Because they're so, like, yeah.
Huh.
Buy the bags of the frozen wings and just throw them out there and let them thaw in the smoke. And
Oh. See, I've never done that, and it seems like a crap ton of work. I bought, like, the 3 bone wings, like, around, I mean, it's been a while.
like the whole wing?
Yeah, the whole thing, because I was going to cut the bone out like Hmong people do and stuff it with the egg roll stuffing.
Ooh.
And then try to smoke it, which is one of my favorite Hmong foods, but it is a labor of love. Like, it takes a long time. So I never actually got to it, so they're still sitting in my freezer.
Yeah, here's a question on wings.
Mm-hmm.
Flats or drums?
Depends. Sometimes the drums have ickies on them, and it's not as good. So I would have to say the flats.
I was going to say, I'm 100% flats.
Yeah, I feel like you can clean the bone off a flat. With a drum, I don't know. Sometimes there's some grossness on there. Like I don't know if it's tendons or what, but hangy thingies.
What's your method on the flat? Do you have a method for eating them?
No, not really. I mean, I go for the outside, and then I stick my tongue up through the 2 bones and pop that out, and then just,
Yeah.
You?
Like an animal. I mean,
yeah.
Historically, it's been like the whole thing in and you just pull them out, or you do the like pull it apart like the walrus tusks, and that falls out. I also saw recently, and I've done it a couple of times, you just like get super messy doing it this way. You take it and you push down.
I've seen this.
Push the meat down, and then you pull the bones apart, and then you just have one that you...
Almost like lollipop style, yeah. See, here's the thing. I love meat. I don't love to, like, gnaw it off the bone, Yeah. And there's no way to look like... Or if you're not a pig when you're eating wings. You know what I mean? Especially with a beard. Like this, if you have sauce or dipping sauce, it's all over, and it's... I don't love it.
Yeah, I made a burrito out of that chuck roast the other day. And I was trying to eat it on my way back to work. And I like had barbecue sauce in my beard when I got there, and I was like, I can't freaking go into walk into my office like...
That is one thing that I didn't mind about being clean shaven, is it was way easier to keep my face clean and know that it was clean. Sometimes I'm saving stuff for later and I didn't know, Yeah,
I know. It's like starting to get bushy. I need to take it back down to stubble.
All right, John, let me run this by you, okay?
Yeah.
In my research, I've never made this. Disclaimer. I've never made this, and I don't even know that I would like it. But I found a recipe for grilled watermelon and feta skewers. Thoughts?
I've seen grilled watermelon.
I've never even seen that.
I've seen it.
But on this, they cut the watermelon and the feta into cubes.
Marinate it. And
then they don't marinate this one. They drizzle it with a balsamic glaze, and they sprinkle mint over it. I don't know if I'd like that, but it sounds crazy enough to be kind of good.
Like, I think the flavors work together.
Yeah.
It's just a texture thing.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to watermelon.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm allergic to melons, cucumbers, which are incredibly close botanically to melons.
I love cucumbers.
Uh-huh.
So when you say allergic, like throat swells up, you can't breathe, anaphylactic shock?
I've never gone like full anaphylactic, but like lips swell up, tongue gets real thick.
Are you serious?
Uh-huh.
Holy cow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and avocados.
Huh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Guacamole?
Yeah. Like
Really?
And there's something about avocado. Some of them do it to me. Some of them don't. Like there's 2 different types of
it's probably
genetic.
California ones that mess you up, huh?
I don't know, man.
Freaking
But I've told Haley, like, we go out to Mexico. I'm like, yeah, but can I get extra guacamole on that? And she's like, will you just stop it? I was like, look, if I go in anaphylactic shock and die eating guacamole, like, babe, just take peace in knowing that I went happy.
I went doing what I love. All right.
Like, I left this world happy as a clam, and, like, life is good.
So does it create, like, a real problem? Or, I mean, is it just uncomfortable, or...
I mean, the worst I've ever had it is, like, it started to, like, kind of get a little hard. And I took, like, 4 Benadryl and slept for 16 hours. Yeah. Yeah, the very first time it happened with avocados, we were, like, having tacos for dinner. And I was doing this, like, my tongue feels... And I was like, I sound funny. And Haley's like, your lips are huge.
You went, like, all Hitch style.
Exactly, man. And I was like...
That's crazy.
I was like, all right, well, give me some Benadryl. And I, like, sat down on the couch, and that's the last thing I remember. I woke up the next morning, like, Haley had, like, called my boss and been like, he had a little episode. He's sleeping it off.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so But so, I love watermelon. Like, it's one of my favorite flavors. So I could see it being really good, but I've never tried it because while I like watermelon, I love guacamole.
Yeah.
I'm willing to die for guacamole.
Not so much watermelon. Huh?
No, probably not.
That's fair. So, you say you've seen... I haven't even seen this. When they grill watermelon, do they put anything on it, or do they just grill it and eat it?
No, I've seen it, like, marinated and then grilled. I've seen it with the balsamic over it after. And, like, I don't think they're grilling it for very long. Like, they're just... It's warming it up and putting some grill marks on it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to cook it. I mean, it's 90% water. It would just all steam out. I mean, I've had some salads with a little feta and fruit that I enjoyed. Like, I'm not a huge salad guy, but it was good.
Yeah,
I'm curious to know if this would work, but yeah, it's definitely a different flavor. Nice.
Sorry. That was... Whoa.
What else did I have on here, John?
I don't know, but we got to leave on a better note than watermelon feta.
Chipotle lime grilled corn on the cob. Bites.
You love elote and
I'm
street
into
corn
it.
and
yeah.
Like, I'll do straight corn on the cob, just like sweet corn, butter. I'm not into the street corn thing.
Really?
Not my thing.
But you've lived in Latin America, don't you? Like, have to like it? Is that just a straight up Mexican thing?
I'm 25% Hispanic.
Yeah.
Huh. But no, not my thing. But no, not in Peru. I never once saw
really
anything like that.
Well, you could do this without all of the fancy street cornish stuff, but they just kind of cut corn on the cob into like sections, put it on a stick, and then grill it, and you could even eat. I mean, I feel like for a huge party, you could do something like that, and people just eat a little bit of corn on the cob. And anyway,
yeah, sorry, man, I'm boring in that regard.
It's kind of hard to get some give and take.
Like,
with
have
these
a great
things,
conversation when I'm just like, hard now.
I say something that I'm excited about, and you're like, that sounds like garbage.
And man, I'm really not that picky of an eater, man. We're just...
Yeah.
You've tried to kill me once and picked, like, the one thing that I just really don't like.
All right. Here, I've got something.
Please don't let it be mushrooms.
Mozzarella stuffed mushrooms.
Are you serious?
Large mushrooms. And you remove the stems, mix cheese, breadcrumbs, minced garlic, chopped parsley, fill the mushrooms, grill until the cheese melts and mushrooms are tender. I love stuffed mushrooms.
I mean, can I just eat the cheese?
Nope, you got to eat the whole mushroom. And also, we're going to sprinkle some avocado, cucumber, and watermelon in there, too. And you just got to figure it out, man.
Mushrooms, like, I actually don't mind the taste of them. It's a texture thing. It's like...
Yeah, I get that.
It's like chewing on craft foam.
I mean, I don't know what mushrooms you've been eating, but
maybe I need you to make me mushrooms, man.
No, I'm not casting my pearls before swine. Are you kidding me?
No, I want them to be good. I want to like mushrooms so bad. Every time I try them, I'm just like, yep, nope.
I mean, it can be hit or miss. Like, you get slimy mushrooms, it's over. Like, you can't recover from that.
When I was a teenager, like, once a year, I would, like, get a craving for, like, a sausage and mushroom pizza. Mm-hmm. And I would order it, and I'd be so excited. It would smell so good. And I'd have, like, 2 bites of it and be like, yep, and that's why I don't like mushrooms.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
just like
tough.
Every time.
I don't even know that I love it on pizza. Just the way that it mixes with everything. I don't know. The texture of the mushroom. It is. Yeah. I can kind of see the craft foam thing from there. Like, it's all good, and then you get some mushroom, and it's like, oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, let's try it again, Mike.
So here's my thing. Okay.
There is only one other food that I do just will not eat.
What's that?
Olives.
Oh, dude, olives are hot garbage. Although, I was talking to a guy today, and that's what kind of got me thinking about this. Jason, that I work with, great guy, but he was telling me today that his retirement plan is to get a food truck. Like, he'll do cooks for our faculty meetings. Oh my gosh, man, the man is a legend. But anyway, he did a cook for the Wool Growers Association. And he cooked 275 lamb kebabs. And he said he just got, like, basically a 50-gallon drum, cut it in half, he borrowed it from somebody. But the guy had just cut it in half. It was just a charcoal grill, whole thing's charcoal. And he had a grate, and then you put the grate over the kebabs and flip them all together. Yeah. And anyway, he did, like, this whole Greek meal. And he came across some olives. He's like, I hate olives. Like, they're the worst thing ever. But these Greek olives, they're olives.
He tried to do, like, tapenade, and he's going to tell us it's great.
No, I don't know what tapenade is. He bought them at Costco. So, but it has jalapeno, and I can't remember what the other thing is in it. But he said it was really good. I hate olives. I didn't used to hate olives, and anymore, I just can't do them.
So in Peru, they grow a lot of olives.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't know about, but it's a pretty substantial crop for them. Mm-hmm. And fresh olives, are incredibly bitter. Mm. They call them matagringos, like white guy killers. Oh, because none of the North Americans could eat them well.
Just because they were gross, or did they mess you up?
No, they're just super, it's a really bitter flavor. It's not what the olive flavor that you and I are used to coming out of a can or jar that's been sitting in water or whatever they sit in forever. And I ate those all the time on my mission just to be like, yeah, give it to me. I'll eat it. You can't stop me. And I hated every one of them. And I'd come home, even the smell of olives.
Yeah. I don't like it. My sister's a really good cook, but she'll put olives in something, and I'm out. I'm sorry, I can't.
Firehouse here in town.
Mm-hmm. Their salads. Every time I go, I was like, please, no olives. And without fail, they always give me this look really? I was like, yeah, I'm paying for it. It's a decent salad, but those olives will ruin it, man.
Well, it's not like they put, one or two, they cover the top of the salad.
Half the thing is olives. Yeah.
Oh. All right. So what's the last thing?
The last thing is, and we kind of already talked about it, but the last thing I found was barbecued chicken bites. So let me run this by you, okay? Recipe happening. You heard it here first. I made some teriyaki chicken thighs wrapped in bacon. I cooked them on the Vortex. It was phenomenal. And I'm thinking
support
you could do that on a smaller scale for a party. Kebab kind of style. Mm-hmm. I got to do thighs because I just like thighs better than breasts.
Skinless thighs are a gateway.
Yeah, so much better. So much better. Breasts are apparently more healthy, but They're also a little more bland, so do what you will. But I'm thinking you cube the chicken, marinate it in teriyaki sauce, stick it on a skewer, wrap it in bacon. Thoughts?
100% support you.
That sounds real good.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it would be you could have teriyaki sauce there. You just grab it. People can dip it, pop it in their mouth as they go. Can you hear my stomach growling?
I did just hear that.
Incredibly loud. Sorry, podcast land.
I was like sitting here like pushing air back and forth in my cheeks, and I was like, did I just make that noise?
No, man.
That was your stomach.
That was me. I don't know what's going on down there, but maybe it's just loving this teriyaki Anyway, yeah. That's what I'm wondering about. You could even maybe do it with steak.
Oh, yeah.
Bacon wrapped teriyaki steak.
Do you do it with pork?
Yeah. Teriyaki pork.
Hmm?
Yeah, why not? Like at Mo Betta's, you get teriyaki sauce on the pork. It's delicious.
Yeah, dude. Just like the banana leaf wrapped pork that we did.
Yeah. And then we put a little of that.
Put some teriyaki on it.
Oh, dude. All right.
Cube up a pork loin. Skewer it.
Guys. Real pending. All right. This is going to be good.
I can't wait.
I'm kind of excited. I'm really going to try it.
Cannot wait.
Because, again, the whole reason why we're talking about this, I feel like my family always does a huge thing for the Super Bowl. And I'll cook ribs. Or one year I did brisket. Last year I did pulled pork. And, I mean, it's just a huge meal. And everybody brings like a little appetizer. And then we have like a huge meal of pork where if you could just do little appetizers like this, then people would just grab it. You don't leave like you have to roll away in a wheelbarrow.
I mean,
but you also get to taste things. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but like a tapas type of. You're looking.
I don't know what that means.
Look it up.
Are you speaking Spanish again?
Tapas is very popular in Spain, but it's a meal of small bites.
Tapas. Huh.
There's like whole restaurants dedicated to
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. Like tapas restaurants.
Uh-huh.
It's just an appetizer.
Yeah,
huh.
Small bite.
Oh, right on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. All right. Well, hopefully our listeners got as much out of this as I did, because I got all kinds of ideas that I want to go and try now.
I'm excited for you, man. Like you've got I feel like you have this whole big list.
I do. Yeah. Before I was like, man, I got to think of some cooks that I want to do. And now I'm like, yeah, I could get down with this. And whenever you cook we've talked about this like on a couple episodes ago, we talked about those huge cooks that you just end up with so much.
Yeah.
I feel like you could do this on a very small scale or a large scale if you got a huge party, and it would.
Oh, yeah. No,
yeah.
I'm still working my way through the chuck roast.
Yeah.
And that was the small version.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Can you imagine if I did the whole brisket?
Right. Huh. Well, anything else, John? Anything that you are thinking of, appetizer-wise?
No, I mean, I think we've hit most of them. I mean, jalapeno poppers are a big one.
Mm-hmm. That's honestly, that's my favorite and the one that I have most experience with.
The deep fried deviled eggs.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
They're a pain in the butt, man.
Too much work. Worth the work?
They're so worth the work.
Really?
And especially, I know I told you about this. I don't know if I told the rest of our dedicated listenership. With the Blackstone, instead of like getting my deep fryer out and that stinking up the house and it smelling like oil for weeks on end, took a foil pan out to the Blackstone, filled it with oil, and I fried out there. So maybe that'll make it better.
Yeah, that's true. I'm all about that. Have you done fries on that?
Yeah, that's what I did the first time.
Oh.
And it was great.
Interesting.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Something I need to try.
Yeah, we did fries out there, and then because the grill was hot, so then you throw the fries right on the grill, and you kind of crisp them up a little bit more.
Right out of the oil, huh? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
That was awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, those were super good. So maybe that'll give me more excitement for it, because those deep fried deviled eggs were off the hook.
Yeah, that sounds good.
They were dripping with Riz.
Oh, there it is. That's bussin', man.
Yeah.
Bussin'.
So, excited for those. I had another one I was thinking of, and I can't. Broccoli salad. I too am not a salad person.
Yeah.
But have you had the broccoli salad that's it's normally got raisins and raw broccoli, and it's got a dressing that's like made from sugar and mayonnaise, and got some onions.
Yeah.
Normally has bacon in it too.
Yeah, well, bacon bits, absolutely.
That is one of my favorite salads in the whole world. That I've got to figure out how to get it smoky.
I wonder what you would do.
I mean, you could smoke the bacon.
Yeah,
but
smoke the bacon, maybe smoke the dressing somehow.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that would carry it through. I don't know. All right.
Just trying to add some smoke to the green stuff.
For sure. To make it palatable.
My 4-year-old won't even. He's like, it's green. I don't like it.
That's how I was growing up.
It's like, dude, you don't even know what it tastes like. It's green. It doesn't matter. I don't like green.
Did you watch Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Have you seen the one where they're like, Ron, you've got to eat better. Like, you've got kids. She gives him a banana and he like tries it and almost throws up. And then he orders a huge burger and smashes it in there. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Hey, man. You get those vitamins somehow.
Hey. Yeah, Ron is my like spirit animal.
Absolutely, dude. My room is full of Ron Swanson posters.
Yeah. Yeah, I think what you heard was, bring me a lot of eggs and bacon. What I said was,
bring me all the bacon and eggs you have. All right, John. Well, I've got some ideas for some cooks. I'm ready to go to work. Actually, I'll probably go to bed after this, but eventually I'll go to work.
Yeah, you're going to go to work on Thursday.
Yeah, boo.
You probably have to go to work tomorrow.
I do. I've been going to work all week. But the internet's down, so there's not a whole lot to do. We didn't talk about that. Some construction company somewhere hit a fiber optic line, and my high school is out of internet all week.
Your high school, like half the valley.
Yeah.
One of the two biggest internet providers in the valley is basically dead.
Yeah. It's wild how much we have come to rely on the internet. Like, I stopped by my parents. Somehow it's affecting the cell phone networks. I don't really understand it, but I stopped by my parents to see how they were doing. They're like, yeah, we've been trying to call. We don't have internet, and like our phones aren't working very well. I'm like, holy cow, you guys could be dead. Like, pretty wild. Anyway.
Yeah, it is wild.
I'll make it exciting.
Man, how would it be? What do you think would happen? I mean, we talked a little bit about this. Like, my company would come grinding to a halt without the internet.
Yeah.
Like, we actually have, like, what do they call it? I want to call it contingency plans, but it's like,
yeah,
like disaster insurance. That if the internet were to go down, like, we've got a company that'll come in and like it's supposed to be like within 3 hours, they'll bring satellite trucks in.
Oh, really? So that you can get back on. Huh. That's wild. It's a crazy world we live in, man.
Yeah.
20 years ago, it'd be like, that's inconvenient. Oh, well. And now it's like, we can do nothing.
Yeah,
like,
20 years ago, they would be like, do you some good to get off the box.
Yeah, exactly. Get outside. All right. On that note, John.
Until next time.
Until next time.
I'm John.
I'm Mike.
And we're Fat Guys with Smokers. Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.